Here I come.
Back to school. No more lazy beach ball days. No more summer getaways. No more splashing in the pool. No siree, it's back to school. But there's one big ray of sun even through vacation's done. At least I know when summer ends, it's time to see my old school friends. The gang's all back. Did Shane get tall or Zane get smaller? Something's different there. Camille got earrings, Anne's all tan, and Lee got spiked up hair. Heath showed up with 2 big teeth, and someone stretched out Zach. We're all a summer older, but hooray, the gang's all back. From me to we. Mr. Dar liked circles, seriously. Today he drew one and labeled it me. Then he circled that circle and wrote family. And around that he drew a community. He made more circles, all itty-bitty, and circled them all to make up a city. He showed how more cities together create a bigger circle that's called a state. Then states made countries, and on he went to show how those make a continent. He drew one last circle, kind of like he began it, and wrote the name we on the big giant planet. So that's how you get from me to we, and how we are all stuck together. You see? Temptation. If you might even be possibly tempted to talk to a person near you, go and change your place, says the teacher, right now before I do. I looked at my friend, and my friend looks at me. And soon as our guilty eyes meet, I gather up my things and head across the room to find a different seat. Temptation. If you might even be possibly tempted to talk to the person near you, go and charge your place, says the teacher. Right now before I do. I look at my friend, and my friend looks at me. And soon as our guilty eyes meet, I gather my things in my head across the room to find a different seat. Soccer practice. My sweatpants have a hole in them, and I'm not telling where. But no matter what Coach Daniel says, I'm not getting out of this chair. Spelling test. Every Friday morning we have our spelling test. I'm not the greatest speller, but I always do my best. Check this book out. It's my new reading book, and it's not like those little kids' books. Take a look. It's chock full of chapters and, hey, wait a minute. Excuse me, but why are there no pictures in it? 20 minutes at night.
You have to read 20 minutes at night. When you are in 2nd grade, only 20 minutes. It's only 20 minutes. I know but there's so much else to do. I need to play a game with my brother and take to
Talk
what?
And talk
to my friend about my stuff and throw a ball so my doggy won't get bored. Then my mom says, enough, it's enough. Enough is enough. So I opened the book. 20 minutes was all the and I figured I'd give it a try and don't know how.
And I
don't know how, but when I looked up, a whole hour hand
had
whizzed by right by. Just one more chapter. And I begged my mom. Enough is enough, she said. Tomorrow I can't wait to read some more before it's time for bed.
Triads. I went to the school play Triads, but I tripped coming up the stairs. Everyone giggled. I figured I'd blown it. But then I decided, who cares? I pretended to trip all over the place. I stood up, then tumbled back down. The kids laughed so hard, the teacher said, "You're cast in part of the clown."
Hungry art. Art comes before lunch. So I and yummy move. I get cool BY. I always paint food.
Recycle Week. We're saving the planet this week. Hurrah! We're making no garbage at all. Except for the sort of recyclable kind that can go in the box in the hall. For lunch, we bring in reusable bags with plastic compartments and seals. Then we pack them back up and yuck, what is this? I forgot that bananas have peels. My teacher says they're great for compost to help grow the garden at school. Then he gives me 2 stickers. I hand him the peel. Let me tell you, recycling is cool. it. Every day at recess, you have to shout, not it. Because if you didn't say it, then you'll be it. Legit. But if you're it, don't pitch a fit. Just run around and flail. And when you tag somebody else, shout out, you're it, and bail.
Marshmallow Tears. On our way back to our classroom, our teacher leads the 2 rows and says not to make too much noise by walking on marshmallow toes. Wall of Dreams. The wall in the hall says, I have a dream, with a place for us kids to say all the things we imagine in our own dreams, how the world could be better someday.
The wall in the hall is covered with dreams for just about everything. And although they're just dreams, that's a good place to start. Like it was for the great Dr. King. Valentine's party. I got 3 billion Valentines. But the one that is way off the chart is the one I got from my teacher. It's a red foil milk chocolate heart. Fraction Action. I thought up a show called Fraction Man. It made my friends all laugh. When he attacked by bad guys, he divides himself in half. Then he can keep on dividing himself into clones that get smaller in size till the villain finds he's fighting off 64 super fierce little guys. The principal's office. Someone passed a note to give the person next to me. So I was just a delivery guy. I'm innocent, you see, but when my teacher noticed I was asked to leave the room and sent to see the principal, now I walk the hall of doom.
By the time I'm in her office, I'm confessed my whole life of crime. I was totally racist. I drew in a book. I swallowed gum one time. The principal sent me back to class with a smile. For goodness sake, he says that even awesome kids are allowed to make mistakes. Our teacher's kind of funny. Every day he plays a song and makes us bop out of our chairs, hop, skip, scooter along. The whole class wiggles and waggles their arms and legs and caboose for excitement. 1 minute we dance and wave like a bunch of second-grade noodles.
The funny thing about 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. I guess that could maybe be true, but 0 times at 1,000, how can that equal 0 too?
2.
Dribble trouble. We were practicing dribbling in gym today. That ball had a mind of its own. I must say, I was doing just fine until I stopped that at the line, and that ball kept on dribbling.
Dribbling away. Measurements. When I went to the doctor, he measured me and said I'm just 3'11". That seemed kind of short. So I did some math in inches. That 47. That sound a little better. Still not great if you know what I mean. So I'm
Converted
to
centimeters.
when
Where
I'm a
whopping
whopping 119. Mommy, the letters by us all to their pool. The kids and the teachers too. To
Look at this, though. This is pretty awesome. I like this. What a cozy little room. Yeah, we can sit out here and have a talk.
celebrate our class finish school with an end or the year barbecue.
I like the white cabinets. Well, I'm really liking how light and airy
We play. Wait,
We played
we play
This is a big bedroom. This would be great for the
Marco Polo and tug of war.
It's a nice size kids room. I like it. Oh, wow. This is
Pull down hot dogs. We improvise
I thought it was great. Actually, I love the lakefront
with
the screen.
lemonade.
We took a few pictures and took a few more. We take a few and told
Stories
story and about second grade. When at last it came to say
time
good times, I felt one little
tear
and it gave me a
shiver
to realize how much we shared the past year, and when it really stuck me like that circle. Our teacher made this class has become my community, and together we
Conquered.
Conquer
For answers.
Third grade.
third grade.